Welcome everybody, welcome to Homestead Heart. And today,
we are going to be making the ultimate green bean casserole.
period.
All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into it. So today we're making the ultimate green bean casserole. And let me go ahead and go over the ingredients with you, all right? So now what I have here, of course, is gonna be some green beans. You can make this casserole as large or as small as you want, but you're gonna be needing some green beans, okay? You can do fresh or frozen, it's up to you. You're also gonna be needing some turkey sausage. Now, this turkey sausage right here is casing free. We don't use any casing and all that. You can find whatever turkey sausage that you prefer to use for this recipe, okay? Or beef, whatever, all right? So that's what I have, and I have about 3 packages of the turkey sausage. I have 1 leek. I have some green onions. I have some mushrooms. These are portobello mushrooms right here. Of course, you're gonna need some potatoes. So I have the small red potatoes and the small yellow potatoes. I'm using both bags of these, and these are 1.5 pound bags each, okay? So I'm gonna be using these. You're going to need some French fried onions. You're gonna need some Parmesan cheese. Now the first thing we're gonna do is saute our vegetables, but I'm gonna go ahead and get everything cut up first. All right, y'all, so the first thing I'm gonna do is cut my potatoes. These potatoes are very small, so all I'm doing here is just cutting them all in half, okay? Just getting them all cut in half. You can see how small the potatoes are. So once I get all of these cut up, we're gonna move on to our very next steps. All right, now I'm getting ready to chop up my leek. I have already cut off the end and peeled off the outermost layers of this leek. I just prefer doing it that way. And now I'm gonna cut this into some small rings, just like so. Just cut them into some small rings. And then these are gonna go in the saute pan right along with my sausage and other vegetables as well. Now it's time to cut up my scallions. Cut off these ends. Move those out the way. All right, you all, so now we're gonna saute our vegetables. The first thing I'm gonna do is just add in about 3 tablespoons of olive oil. And then I'm gonna add in 2 tablespoons of butter. Just gonna move all of that around and get that to melting. Not burning, but just melting. Now that our butter and olive oil has been combined, I'm gonna go ahead and add in my leeks. And I'm just gonna give them a couple of minutes in here, toss them around in the oil. Now these are gonna need to cook down for about 2 or 3 minutes, okay? Now that the leeks are cooked, I'm gonna come in with these portobello mushrooms. If you're not a mushroom person, you can leave those out, but I have a family member that loves these, so I'm cooking this dish with them in mind. So we're gonna let the mushrooms cook down just a little bit. Just mix them in and get them coated in a little bit of that oil and butter. If you want to use a regular onion instead of a leek, you can do that. Next, I'm going to toss in my green beans. And actually, I'm going to put just a little more olive oil over the top of these green beans. And I'm going to just give them a toss, okay? We're not cooking them all the way through. We're just giving them a toss in the oil, getting them coated. We're going to give these a few minutes. All right, you all, so these have been on the stove now for about 10 minutes, and everything has meshed together nicely. I haven't added my seasonings yet, which I'm about to do now. So what I have here in my little dish here, I have some smoked paprika, some Tony Saturas, some salt, some garlic, minced garlic, some parsley, and some Italian oregano. Now, you can season this to taste, okay? So I do have a teaspoon and a half of salt, a teaspoon of Tony's, a teaspoon of smoked paprika, the same for all of the others as well. And so I'm just gonna go ahead now and sprinkle all of this in over my green beans. I'm gonna give that a mix around. Just add some flavor to these green beans. And if you are canning green beans at home, you can definitely use your own home canned green beans for this as well. And you can, you know, make it fit your family's needs. You know, whether it's a quart or 2 quarts, you can make it, you know, just scale the recipe up or down according to your needs. All right, so now, while this is sitting there doing what it's doing, I have me 1 bowl of hot water here, and I have a tablespoon of better than bouillon. And I am going to just, mix that around, get that to dissolve in this bowl, okay? And then I'm gonna just put this in the bottom of my baking dish here. All right, so now that that's done, I'm just gonna pour this into my baking dish. It's okay if all of it didn't dissolve, it will. Now, I'm gonna go ahead now and put my green beans into my baking dish. And make sure I get everything out. We don't want to leave any of this stuff behind. All right, now I'm just gonna smooth that around. And I'm gonna let this sit to the side for just a second. Now while this is sitting here, I'm gonna add another couple of tablespoons of oil to my pan and let that heat up, okay? And I'm gonna add a couple of tablespoons of oil to my potatoes. It's just olive oil, and you can, again, measure this out so that it works for your family's needs. And I'm just gonna toss the potatoes in the oil, okay? Now I'm gonna add my sausage to the skillet, and I'm gonna let these cook for just a few minutes, okay? Get some color on those. And these are the turkey sausages. Again, they don't have any casings, no nitrates, no nitrites, all of that. And you'll really have to try to go and find them if you don't already have a store in your area where you can get these from. But if that's no concern of yours, any type of smoked turkey or beef sausage, or even lamb will do. All right, we're gonna let that sit for a second. Then we're gonna start seasoning up our potatoes. All right, guys, so now that we have the sausage done, green beans on the counter, we are gonna be working with our potatoes now. You know, we already put the oil on the potatoes. So now, I hear the family coming back in. So now we're gonna go ahead and add in some parsley, some salt, I hear you. And we're gonna add in some garlic powder. Did y'all pick up my, very good. And the jars, my salted caramel peach cobbler?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. So now we're gonna go ahead and sprinkle over our seasonings over our potatoes. And then we're gonna give these a toss in the spices. Why y'all bagging in? So now I'm just gonna toss these potatoes in these seasonings here. Just make sure everything is coated, y'all. And once everything is coated, we are ready to start putting it all together. Beautiful. All right, so now let's go ahead now and get everything combined. Have our dish of green beans, mushrooms, and leeks in here. And of course, we put that better than bouillon in the bottom. And now we're just gonna go ahead and pour over I'm gonna do the sausage first. Just pour over our sausage. And my bowl might be a little small, but that's okay. I'm gonna toss this. Or I might have to do this in 2 separate bowls. I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. Because this is already big anyway. That's fine, that's no problem. We can halfen this right now. Give me a spoon, and I'm just gonna go ahead and take a moment and put half of this in the other hand.
Did you take one of my green beans?
No.
Because I really don't
No.
know.
Look at her, Mama.
Not for real.
No, she being a bully.
I really feel like you took this one.
How did I take it?
I think you did.
They're arguing over how many sausages they got and how many green beans each one of them got on each side. I don't know why,
Ooh, that was good.
but I just stay out of their business. Now that I have all of this combined, I had to go ahead and break it down into 2 different dishes. And now what I'm gonna, no, you ain't get them all. And now what I'm gonna do is go ahead now and add over the potatoes in this bowl. Put some of this, and we're gonna spread that all over. Put the raw potatoes over here so I can keep everybody out of my plate.
I was sure gonna ask if they was cooked yet.
No, they raw. And I'm putting everything, olive oil included, over here. And now I'm just gonna mix this around, okay? Just a little bit. You ain't gotta, you know, just really go in and mix it too much. Just mix it in there just a bit. Okay, I'm gonna show you how this looks so far. Look at that. That's so far, okay? We ain't done yet. All right. Now what we're gonna go ahead and do, you all, is we're gonna sprinkle over a few of these green onions just right over the top on each one of these. And you saw that I used an entire bunch of green onions, okay? And I'm putting them all on. All right, now I'm going to use my Parmesan cheese. I'm gonna use half on each one, and I'm just gonna sprinkle this over the top. Just like that. Okay. So far, this is what we're looking like. And lastly, it's going over the onion, okay? Well, actually, this is what we're gonna do with these onions. We're not gonna put them on yet because we don't want them all soggy, okay? So what we're gonna do now, my oven has been preheated already to 400 degrees. I'm gonna cover these with some foil paper and get them in the oven. And these are gonna cook for about 40 to 45 minutes. Basically what you're looking for is for your potatoes to be nice and tender, okay? So you all, I'm gonna go ahead and get my pans covered. And once they come out of the oven, I will bring you back and I will show you the finished product.
Because you just said I was going to go lay down.
Go lay down.
Wait a minute, my younger is too low.
Awesome. All right, y'all. So these are now coming out of the oven. And I'm going to go ahead and, woo, gotta be careful. Oh my goodness, that looks so good. Y'all, actually, these were in the oven for an additional 15 minutes because remember, it's based on how your potatoes have cooked. So these have cooked now for about an hour, okay? So what I'm gonna do is just grab these mitts here. I'm gonna show you what they look like. I'm gonna give you an up close and in person look, okay? All right, y'all, look at this delicious green bean casserole. Look, this is indeed the ultimate green bean casserole. I wanted to give y'all a quick shot of this before I topped it off with the onion. But y'all, look at this. Doesn't that look absolutely delicious? Just look at that. That is an absolutely delicious casserole, you all. So let's go ahead and get it wrapped up, okay? All right, you all, so now this is out of the oven and this is done. But what I'm gonna do first, before we wrap this up, I'm gonna go ahead and take those onions, you all, and I'm just gonna sprinkle them over the top, okay? Just take a couple of handfuls and just sprinkle them over the top of the casserole after it comes out of the oven, not before, okay? Just get it all mixed in there or just sprinkled over the top. And this looks so amazing. And you can use as much or as few green onions as you like. It is totally up to you. Or you can leave them out altogether. Even that's up to you, okay? Even that's up to you. And that is literally all there is to this casserole. So let's go ahead and give it a taste test. Okay, you all, so I'm gonna go ahead and just go right in and just give this a quick taste. I know this is gonna be super hot because of the simple fact the potatoes, this literally just came out of the oven. So I know this is gonna be very hot, but I'm just gonna go in and just grab just a little bit. Maybe one potato, one green bean, and maybe one piece of the sausage here. Y'all, this is smoking. That's delicious, full of flavor. That broth sitting at the bottom, as you kind of just scoop out the green beans by it being covered in foil. That broth just steaming up all through the green beans, all through the potatoes. It is absolutely delicious. And now that these green onions are on top, you all, All I'm gonna do is put the foil paper back over and let this sit and cool down a little bit more, okay? So y'all, that's gonna do it for my ultimate green bean casserole. And I do mean like this is the ultimate green bean casserole. This is not that green bean casserole that you cook and people be like, I don't want no green bean casserole, I'm good, I don't need no green bean casserole. No, this is not that casserole. This will not last through a meal, okay you all? So I hope you liked the video. If you like to give it a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos that we upload to our channel. And thank you again for watching Homestead Heart. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Y'all make this ultimate green bean casserole. Trust and believe me, you will not regret it, okay? This ain't gonna make it. I'll see y'all in the next video.
Welcome everybody, welcome to Homestead Heart, and today
We are going to be making
Oh, she cut me off. Do it again.
Okay.
You wanted me to say, and today?
Cut. We're gonna start over. We're gonna start over. Yeah, y'all gotta do it together.
What's the name we making?
Oh yeah, what
The
is it?
ultimate green bean casserole.
Okay,
Okay, big. Let's go.
Bet.
Welcome everybody, welcome to Homestead Heart, and today,
We are going to be making the ultimate.
dang.
The ultimate.
You gotta be real with it. You did some fake. And today, we are gonna be making the ultimate green bean casserole.
Okay. I'm gonna be
Period.
authentic. Period. Be myself.
Yeah.
Take 5.
All right, let's go.